Hello, hello again. Back. Silent. Our grand old town of whatever its name is. I swear I know things. It sounds similar to the Swan Dance song. What's going on? Okay. That is. Can I go into your house? I can go in here. Hello, ma'am. Oh, mademoiselle. I couldn't help but notice the shade of red is your hair. The shade of your hair is a fiery blaze. I cannot read. Goodness. The shade of red is a hair. Okay. Many may view it as an ill omen, a harbinger of death, but you remind me of a rose in brilliant bloom. Here, a gift for you. I hope your time in Eden will bring you joy. Thank you. Uh, so the town's name is Eden. Hello, barmaid. Welcome to Eden. Fancy a pint? Mega pint? A mega pint? Whatever your heart desires. Why am I giving them an accent? No, wait. I'm sorry. Please. Whatever your heart desires. Nope. Okay, I'm still giving them an accent. Whatever. I'm just gonna read it in my normal voice at this point. Whatever your heart desires, you'll find it at the flowers of the for the queen. In the stone's throw away. In back here. Would be unwise of me to end up lost in the city right now. Ah, but I like getting lost in this. Hello, old lady. Exhausted. Here. I am certain that the inn is where I'm supposed to go. You know what? We're gonna go knock on that door. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Bread? Hey! Oh! Yes. I don't think this one's gonna go over well, so. Could you tell me which way to the inn? Go straight ahead. It's just down the next block. Now, if you don't mind, I'm busy. Good day to you and yours. I don't think she liked me. I guess we're gonna go get a mega pin. Pied Piper? I like how all these characters actually do have similar, um, kind of like unique design. I said similar. That's not what I meant. I meant unique, like, clothing and designs. Even if they're like, some of them are just clothing changes. They did enough of, like, sprites for it to not even matter if two of them are just clothing changes. I like that. Welcome to Welcome to the Flowers for the Queen. right to the counter, like Horace it will serve you. Shut up, Grandpa. What? Woman. Spider lilies? The spider lilies. This. The bathroom or something? Plant. Tasty plant. Don't mind me, I'm going to search your home for potions. I couldn't do it to the other lady, but you know, I can do it definitely to you. Goodbye. Not stopping me right now. Who should be stopping? Okay. I'm definitely reminded of the swan. You don't understand, what I mean by swan dance, probably. It's a ballet. That's the most I could probably tell. I just know it as a swan dance. That's probably, it's not its real name. But that's how I remember the song. Because it's in the... Anywho. Hi, Lycoris. This character belongs to the Kickstarter backer, Machine Maiden. Alright, understood. Welcome, traveler. What can I do for you? The innkeeper looks at us with a smile. She's a beautiful woman. Poultry. Something about her reminds me of Circe. We're searching for someone who might be staying here. A tall, young, light-haired man. Many travelers pass through this tavern. Could you describe him with a bit more detail? He's quite handsome. I'm sure you noticed a very handsome fellow coming through. He has golden eyes. Ah, those glittering gilded eyes. They draw you right in, don't they, traveler? So, you know who I'm talking about? Seneca. Who else? And since we have a friend in common, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Lycoris, the matron of this inn. With whom do I have the pleasure of speaking? What's the likelihood? The fact that I say this is my squire is a bigger giveaway, but like, what's the likelihood that she knows who I am? Considering I need information from her, I'll give her my name at the bare minimum. Yes. I'm Sapphire, and this is my squire, Chrono. Chrono gives a slight nod of his head. Ah, Sapphire, lovely name. Very regal. You need to speak with Seneca. He here. I'm afraid not. He should be arriving soon, though. In fact, he left a couple rooms paid for you. I imagine he wanted you to wait for him here. All right. I prefer a single. Chrono would not get any sleep. I know this. He would quite literally just go, well, I'm gonna just stay up then. So I'll give him his rest. We'll use both rooms. Very well. Agnes, stay at the counter while I escort the guests. Oh, you're escorting them? Yes, I'll take care of this. Follow me. Why are you walking so fast, woman? The first two rooms are yours. If you need anything, even if it's in the middle of the night, don't hesitate to let me know. I'm exhausted. Rest after such a long journey. In a clean room. Chrono is. If I need anything, I know where. The princess sniffs scent in the air. Here too, flowers. Closet. I'll keep my armor and weapon while I sleep. Well, I guess I can't go talk to Chrono. Unless I mean like the first two as in the and Chrono! Hello? Chrono. Forgot your voice, Chrono! Chrono will be going through puberty like 15 different times. That's all I know. Princess. God. I hope you're comfortable in this room. Certainly an improvement compared to the other night. The room is fine, although I have no qualms about sleeping on the floor whenever necessary. What impression did Seneca make on you? Be honest. Nothing about him leads me to trust him. He was suspicious from the very moment he sought open confrontation with me. Besides, he smiles too much. That makes you uneasy. The ease with which he smiles while speaking of misfortune unsettles me. He seems to revel in it, or at the very least, show no remorse. I see. What do you think of Lycoris? Her kindness. It feels foolish to trust an acquaintance of Seneca. On the subject of the Oracle. Forgive me, Princess, but I'm still trying to gather my thoughts on the matter. I'd rather not talk about her right now. Alright. I'm exhausted. It's been a long day. Try to get some rest. I'm gonna snoop around in your closet. There's nothing. Flowers. Alright, I'm gonna go outside. Bye, Chrono. I'm gonna go harass the life outside. All the music stopped. Oh! You're Seneca's friend, aren't you? I suppose. Why? Ah, friends then. Great, that's great. It's nothing. Have a nice day. That is the most concerning thing you could have said to me. I'd like to. Okay. Well, I would have liked to explore. Let me explore. this now. I carefully remove my armor, my white, comfortable mattress feels heavenly after the past few nights. So much so that I don't think I fall asleep. I thought there were petals on my head, and I was like, what are these? How did the flowers attack me in my sleep? The hustle and bustle of the street rouses me. Morning truly comes so soon. Now Seneca, on your armor. The princess changes into her armor. Good morning. Good morning, Cron. Any word or sign of Seneca? None that I'm aware of. Let's ask Lycor. I do apologize if I am mispronouncing her name. Rolls just got wonky for half a second. Good morning. How did you find the room? Very comfortable. Oh, I'm pleased to hear it. And what about your strikingly resolute companion? Are his needs being seen to? I don't like how you said that. How did that? Lycoris smiles seductively at Chrono. He tenses slightly under her gaze. I'm fine, thank you. Lycoris, any word of Seneca? Nothing yet. So you best make yourselves comfortable. As said before, whatever needs you have, we will be sure to see them met. But he left everything paid in full for how long? 1 week. That will be. Chrono, we'll stay here for the time being and wait for him to show his face. Understood. I mean, I get to explore. Fallen already. Night will soon arrive, and we still have word of them. As we dine, I can't help but guess. We're being watched. I've noticed. I'm trying to whisper, but like at the same time I can't, because going any like quieter might cause my audio not to get picked up. I might have to just. From the another table, several eyes fixed on. This table or this table, or maybe even this. They're gambling. They're not looking at us. Probably this. Well, no, it says several, so at most probably this. Particular. You interest me. I think you are a person. When in doubt, stare back. I'll win this staring contest. Give them a stern look in return. The onlookers become nervous and turn away. When in doubt, stare back. Lycoris, I'll continue to wait in my room. If he arrives, please let me know. Hey, look, he arrived. What do you want me to do for that? I don't know how to pant in character, okay? My bad. Seneca? Short of breath. There you are. Seneca laughs between wheezes. Look at you. You're the spitting image of desperate despair. You heeded the words of a witch, clung to hope despite how futile it is to do so. For days you've waited for me without so much as a glimpse of light you've been searching for. What course will you set if I, your only guide, tell you there's no salvation to be found? That what is lost can never be regained. Would you be able to accept it? Boy, shut up. Enough. I want to scream. Words pierce sharp like daggers. Oh, how I wish to wrench them from my deafen myself to them henceforth. Till I man all pulled down and away somewhere. Did she put drugs in that food? What's going on? What? What just... Some words should not be spoken aloud. Sapphire di Christeria. But no one can hear us here. Time and space belong to us. You have questions, and I have answers. Let us speak freely at last. The hell? What in the hells are you playing, Seneca? First you bring me to Fortuna, and now you tell me there is no hope? If such simple words have shocked you, you are ill prepared to hear what is to follow. I am ready to hear what you say. Let us speak. My heart is constricting behind my ribs, beating fiercely against them. I fear his words. Let's start at the beginning, the origin of all this evil. I want to know why my father wanted to start a war. He did so because you're dying, princess. I did that in her voice. He did so because you're dying, princess. Dire revelation comes suddenly, without ceremony. You know not what you are or why you were born, but I can assure you that your end has been preordained. Does this have anything to do? The goddess is weak. The terror's unchecked grip on the world is proof alone of this. To regain her vitality, she created 4 vessels, each to be safeguarded within the 4 kingdoms. These vessels would incubate divine ether as they aged, their potential fully realized come their 21st year. At that time, convergence will take place. The 4 vessels will merge into one and a new goddess will be born, only to be devoured by her mother. Saying that I am nothing but a meal for the goddess? And my father knew of this? Your father thought he could prevent convergence by slaying the other princesses. Memories come flooding back. Father's last words, the pain in his eyes, everything takes on a new meaning now. Did he have the freedom to speak true? A father tasked to tell his beloved daughter that her existence will be futile and brief. Such a truth would be akin to slitting your throat right then and there, destroying you with his very own hands. What burden you carrying? Was this the tormented you as you prepared to set the world alight in flames? You're overwhelmed, understandably, trying to clear your thoughts, and I will answer what I can. How did you come to know this? How was my father convinced? Neither you nor Circe can see the future. You do not know the goddess. You cannot know what she's plotting. My mistress Circe, may not see the future, but she knows the past. She claims this is not the first time the goddess has been regenerated through the incubation of divine ether, whatever. History is simply repeating itself. When did it happen last, then? Long before you and I were born. How was my father convinced? I fail to understand why he blindly believed in Cersei's words, to the point of wanting to provoke war. Your assertions could be nothing more than fantastical assumptions with no other aim than to destabilize? With no other aim than to destabilize Harmonia. I'm afraid I'm as unfamiliar as you are with the content of their conversations. However, I shall give you a perceptive that should surely influence your father's decisions. Despite the rarity of your birth, you may choose not to believe you are a vessel of the goddess, for nothing guarantees it. But when the moment of truth comes, you will be faced with the risk that these claims may hold weight. A risk the king would likely not take. Think about this for a moment. And the same as father did wrong. I don't know what to think. I mean, I listened to the witch, kind of. I still plan to thwart the goddess at some point, but I'm not gonna have people. Faith is destroyed. Killing their god is destruction enough of faith. And if I have to turn into a god myself, by Jovi, I'll do it. But I understand my father wanting something. Oh, it says I'd have done the same as father. Starting a war. I would not have. I wouldn't have started a war for this. Because it's too many innocent lives to basically take when you could easily just hire an assassin. We've already proved that there are bad people in this world by there being bandits in my continent alone. So, why start a war when you can quietly assassinate them? I think he went too far on that end. Father did wrong. To provoke war just because of baseless fear he held of losing a loved one, it crosses a terrible line. If in the end it turned out the witch had lied, Father would have condemned his kingdom to ruin for nothing. Are you not doing the same now? Cersei longs for war, doesn't she? She tried to fan the flames of discord with my father, and now with me. Everything she does seems to be aimed at unleashing the greatest conflict ever seen in Harmonia. What my mistress Cersei craves is the destruction of the goddess, as do you. You are not the only one who has suffered great loss under her yoke, nor are you the only one willing to do whatever it takes to put an end to it all. I am not willing to do whatever it takes, comma. I did not kill those soldiers. I have not killed an innocent life that has not needed to die. Therefore, I am not the same. I am doing what's necessary, not what's evil. Like, I could go through this entire game killing as many people as I want, but I haven't. There's not a single moment where I've taken an innocent life without cause. I don't think I've actually fought a human except for Corona at the very beginning, in fact, and that was a sparring match. So, If we think about it, we're not so different from those we consider our enemies, are we? I'm not like her. I'm fighting against a destiny imposed upon me without consent. I'm not the one who has caused so much misfortune, but it is you who will provoke that which has yet to come. I've heard enough. I can imagine how difficult it is to process these revelations. Reflect for as long as you must. Do not forget that time is against you. Seneca raises one of his hands and snaps his fingers. Oh. I look to Seneca one last time, angry and hurt. I don't want to deal with anything. Okay. Princess! You scoundrel! I didn't tell you could come in. I'll permit it. Princess, are you alright? Forgive me, but it doesn't seem so. Did that wretch offend you? Chrono, when was the last thing you heard before? I heard him tell you that your hope is in. He doesn't need to know. Tell him. It was becoming an awkward conversation. I hope that magician will make his intentions clear to you as soon as possible. I'll leave you be if you wish. I'll be downstairs. Thank you. I only wish I could do more, Princess. Anything to gain by telling you. I only have a few. Suppose I'm more. We're not starting a war! I woke up, walking on broken glass, piece by piece, shattered the shards, stuck in. Crackle. Dawn's first light, reality comes. Harsh focus. Near the Essen? Incessant? Incessant? Incessant. Incessant. Yeah, I got the word. I can hear the incessant noise of the streets below. Merchants, townsfolk, vagrants. No one stays still, let alone silent. Edens of vibrance, bursting with life, alluring like ripe, begging to be plucked into. What if it's time? Time is of the essence. I'm ready to. What if I just convince the other three princesses to come with me? Hello, Chrono. Princess, how do you fare today? Better. There's no time for regrets. I have an important mission to. The innkeeper has confirmed that Seneca is in the first room on the right. Good morning. Are you going to wake Seneca up? Yes, he's a very sound sleeper. He'd sleep all day if you let him. I'll do it. I need to speak. Eh? But... Alright. Oh no. Wait for me downstairs. I shouldn't be long. Have something to eat. Understood. Come on, wake up. Hand upon it. Seneca, wake up. Shake him more. Seneca, get up. What's wrong with you? Shake his shoulder with added desperation. Strikes odd that he. Suddenly, I find myself imprisoned by heart leaps. Right at him. What? I freeze, watching his expression grip on me loosely. It's you. Were you? He laughs lightly. You ask the strangest things. For some reason, his eyes on me, contemplate, chest tight, lungs hurting. Have me in quite the bind. Please move. My apologies. My apologies. I'm still half asleep. Seneca gets to his feet, reaching for his coat. I assume you've cleared your mind since everything. Time is up. Draw up a plan to get to Garia. No need to fret. The plan has already been drawn up. We'll set it in motion today if you wish. Come here, Squire. I'll explain everything to both of you. Well, now that our real journey is about to begin, I hope we can work well together. No hard feelings, Squire. A very promising start indeed. Let's leave the friendship for another time. Well, well. You seem impatient to spill blood. Not at all. Necessary evil I've accepted if I'm at my people. So, if you really have a plan, I wish to hear it. Chrono remains silent, leaning against the wall with his arms folded across his chest. The first phase is rather simple. Stand at the castle gates and request an audience with the king. He will claim to be Sapphire di Cresteria, arrived to warn the king of a terrible threat of his daughter. And you really think they will believe such a claim? Of course not. I'd be shocked if they let us through without any trouble. But you will have planted seeds of disquiet that will reach the king's ears. And with invaluable help of our dear Lycoris, the whole court. The Lycoris. She must know more than she lets on. And to add to the atmosphere of mystery and bewilderment, can you guess what other tale will worm its way into the king's ear? Prophecy of the oracle about my death. That's my big. She sees us coming. Worry not. The oracle's visions are abstract. She will not be able to see your face clearly, nor the dagger in your hand. She will only divine death. Aware of that. Never heard of one of the oracle's prophecies. Think of the oracle as an inevitability, princess, just one that we'll use to our advantage to bolster our own credibility. Won't I be the main suspect? Precisely. Which is why the king will want to see you. He'll need to discern whether you are genuine, what you know about the supposed threat, and what danger you may pose. At the same point, the real show will begin. Look at it, expectantly listening to every word. You shall accuse the witch Circe of all misfortune that has come to pass. It was her, not the goddess, who caused the calamity that befell Chrysteria. Now she seeks to curse the next kingdom and assassinate its princess. But you've come back to life by the grace and blessing of the goddess to be her messenger and to warn Fortuna on her behalf. I'm sure the irony is not lost on you. Silence settles between us. I've processed. I've So in order to get close to Kira, I must gain trust. I can do it. That's the spirit. At the very least, it'll be enough to make him hesitate. When Magirna is found dead, who are we to blame? Finally, having remained silent all. A henchman of the witch, of course, unless you were planning to volunteer. Don't even think about sacrificing Chrono. Worry not. I'm aware that would do our cause a disservice. I want to ensure no innocent will bear the burden of such an accusation. I also don't want to harm anyone. Whoever is found guilty will be taken scaffold. I'd rather avoid unnecessary bloodshed. Someone will be required to take the fall. Would you prefer it be you? If I claim responsibility, hunted down for the rest of my life, it'll be impossible to. But if I hide my crime, Princess, the sooner you accept the harsh reality around you, the better you'll survive it. I'm going to be brutally honest. You cannot save your kingdom unless you become a monster. Seneca, I would like to be the one to drive the soul breaker into Princess Megara's heart. Chrono, what are you? A noble desire, but futile in practice. Do you think we'd have bothered to wake the princess if this task could be carried out by anyone? You would die instantly. Worse still, you could trigger a cataclysm. The soul of princesses are not to be trifled with. Chrono looks away, clenching his fist. I won't have you sully your hands over this. This is my burden, Chrono. I don't want you to. Your burden is mine, princess, and I feel there is little I can offer to relieve you of it. Chrono. It will be enough for you, to protect the princess's life at all costs. Our enemies won't be few. When I accepted the burden of Crysteria's fate, I did so knowing that my soul would be tarnished. I cannot hesitate. I am ready to fulfill my purpose. Don't grieve for me, Chrono. In any case, the burden of convicting someone for this crime shall be mine. Stand aside and try to bear the injustice of it all. I promise it will not be a sacrifice made in vain. I will appoint the person who is most suitable for the salvation of Chrysteria. That being said, there's only one final detail we need to determine for our tall tale. Why not introduce me as the son of one of your father's advisors? I was stationed in another kingdom when the calamity struck. In another kingdom, doing what? Spying for our king. But that's not something you should openly say, my princess. Pretentious. Alright. Excellent. I've always wanted to play the part of a Crysterian. Sometimes he's cute. Don't disgrace us, or I'll relegate you from advisor to stable boy. Of course, your highness. Chrono, perhaps you've been awakened by the princess with the powers of the goddess. Be creative about it. Just avoid mentioning your relationship with the Oracle. Why? Wouldn't having someone close to the Oracle be convenient to our narrative? Not if he goes around referring to her as his grandmother. In any kingdom, he would be hanged for that. Everyone in the castle of Chrysteria knew that the Oracle and I shared no real blood ties. That goes without saying. But we are no longer in Chrysteria. Before long, we'll find ourselves surrounded by wolves who see your kingdom as a hotbed of sin. Give them no more reason to hate you. Don't worry. Which reminds me, please excuse my insatiable curiosity. But how did the Oracle manage to save you from the curse? Eh? Princess, if there's nothing more important to discuss, with your permission, I will wait for you downstairs. Oh, okay. Bye, Chrono. That, Seneca. I simply ask myself questions you never seem to ask yourself. Is there a problem I'm unaware of? That's precisely what I'm wondering, Princess. Is there? I mistrust oracles, that's all. Anyway, shall we go to the castle? Imagine you know how to get there? Of course, I'll show you the way. Okay. Hello, Seneca. Chrono, let us depart. Yeah, I have my chorus. Hello. You know, our dear friend has been on my mind. I've been wondering how you two met exactly. Must be quite the tale. Worry not. I can pretend I'm not here. I've been wondering the same. I've been wondering the same. Naturally, I'll tell my tale if you share yours in turn. What say you, trading one story for another? All in good fun, of course. Sounds fair. Let's see. Technically, yeah, no, that is correct. He accosted me in the corridor of my castle. Well then, the two of you are off to a strong start, aren't you? Can't say I'm surprised. You should have been born a bard, Princess. You certainly have a knack for storytelling. Told me he took me to be his mistress. The great Circe? So you know her. Of course, she's a friend of mine. A friend? You're friends with a witch? Of course. Oh, come now. I wouldn't be so quick to judge. You may have some shocking surprises of your own. You won't catch me throwing stones. Anyway, it's my turn. If you have any questions, now is your chance to ask. Where do you know Seneca from? It was Circe's doing. I believe 10 years have passed since then. 8. Shut up, Seneca. I remember I had just acquired the deed to this tavern. Oh, how nostalgic. So he was already Circe's apprentice when you met him. Somewhat. She turned up one day with a boy of 14 or 15 that she had taken a liking to. She needed to leave him somewhere for a time and asked me to care for him. I must add that I charged her a hefty sum. Like Horace winks at the mage. What was Seneca like back then? As strange as the day is long. Why? Well, he was well read, but kept an air of wonder and curiosity about him toward even the most mundane of topics. It was as if everything was new and exciting to him. From his disposition, it appeared as if he hadn't spoken to many people in his life. When it came to social conventions, he was rather awkward. Yet there was an undeniable charm about him, and he was able to worm his way into people's hearts with ease. Ask any of my girls, they really were all mad about him. Are you finished? I'm sure you can imagine this is a rather uncomfortable conversation to be privy to. Why are you helping me? We all dare to dream, sweetie. Imagine if we could all live our lives to the fullest without divine halting progress or imposing punishment. Maybe then we could see what lies beyond the fog. Wouldn't that be exciting? Indeed. I've always been rather curious about what lies beyond the unknown world, or beyond the known world. The greater the mystery, the stronger the desire to solve it. Right? The day we can cross to the other side, I assure you I'll be among the first to send an expedition. Hearing her talk like that makes me a bit envious. If only adventures beyond the fog were all I had to concern myself. I've heard enough. If you need anything, you know where to find me. Can I get my third man yet? I don't suppose it's up these stairs by any chance. That'd be too convenient, right? I'd like to go cancel. Wait, what's this way? Go this way? I get choice of castle and castle, that's it. Fair enough. We'll probably do the castle then in the next episode. Save here. Near the inn. I hope you all had a wonderful time. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye.